Wanna do any cool stuff?
I can't find anything else. I like it. Oh, it's right there.
Too early. Yes. Yo.
Yo.
Yachty, what's up?
What's going on?
Happy Sunday to you.
Happy Sunday.
And happy Monday to our listeners that are listening today. Tomorrow.
This is coming in hot.
Coming in hot.
So it's a express pod.
Express pod. You know,
Okay.
we did have we had different plans originally. We had a guest ready and lined up, but some circumstances changed and we had to switch it up, which
Right.
is fine. We're built for
We adapt.
adaptation and switching
Yeah.
things up, so no big deal. We were talking, a couple weeks ago, we were going to chill out on guests for a little bit.
Yeah.
And kind of just focus on, us.
Right.
Because we do have a beautiful show. And although the guests are awesome, we love to talk to people.
Of course.
We always can't do exactly what we want to do in those episodes because we, have to make it about the guests and, feature them and talk about, their accomplishments and those kind of things, what they got going on. So we can't always jump into random conversation.
Yeah.
Like we do when it's just us.
Yeah, I mean, I love having the guests. Of course, it's very different virtually.
Yeah,
like when we used to have our guests in person, it would be like a whole experience. But I feel like with the whole virtual situation, it's definitely been, there was a shift in our, podcast kind of format, which is great. It's been amazing. We still managed to meet some amazing people, and we're able to, it kind of opens up the opportunity for us to talk to people that we would normally not talk to because of, whatever location or whatever the case may be. But I do miss just like us.
Just having a quick chat,
Yeah, like vibing out. Like how
we changed the color of the lights in the room today, so it's a little orange tint, reddish orange tint. Yeah. Instead of the usual purple.
And I'm like bare face,
right.
Showing up as my true self.
Yeah, you got a
hair kind of crazy.
You're having some skincare issues,
some skincare problems, but I'm here.
All right, what's going on? Usually your skin, was thriving, a couple months ago. I don't know what happened.
It's just, I honestly feel like my skin, like I was solid with my skincare for like a really long time, and I feel like my skin was like, all right, what else? Like, what else we got? Especially with like the shift and like being home all the time and like wearing masks all the time, and just like we went through a lot of changes, and my skincare routine did not. So I feel like it wasn't enough. So I started breaking out, and like I have all these blemishes in my face. I have scars from like previous, blemishes and stuff.
Right.
So shout out to my friend Aylin, who's like, seriously, she's like the best. Skincare goddess. Like I met this girl in school, and she used to work at Sephora at the time. Mm-hmm. So she would always like just like, give me updates on skincare and makeup products and whatever. She was just always on it. And like we obviously, we became friends and we still talk. But I just hit her up like, hey, like I'm having some issues with my skincare. And this girl literally has been texting me for like weeks. Like products, checking in on me, like seeing what's going on, like giving me all the details. So shout out to you.
Right.
You are
Does she have like a business or something, or she kind of helps out people that ask kind of thing?
Obviously, she's passionate about it. So like she really loves makeup and skincare and everything beauty. She, like I said, she used to work at Sephora, but I don't think she has like anything like as like a business or anything like that. And I would love to see that for her. Yeah. But I actually don't want to be that person to be like, oh my God, you should do this. Right. Because I just hate when people do that to me. Like if there's something that I like and I enjoy and I share with people.
Enjoy it without.
People are always like, you should monetize it. And I'm like,
no, I was just curious, if she had something. So you can plug it because she helped you out.
No, I've thought about it, but I'm just like, I'm going to let her do her thing. Right. Like, obviously, she's really good at it. So, I mean, I did, I sent her a little something.
Send her some cash?
Yeah.
I help you out all the time. I never got any compensation. What's going on?
When was the last time you helped me out with, like, in, like, detail?
anytime you have XL issues, who do you call?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's at least once a week. I don't know.
I'm not gonna pay you for that, okay?
Don't pay me. Just a little tip,
I just ask you like, hey, what's formula or what's this?
Yeah, just a little tip,
Whatever.
tip. I gotta eat too,
Anyways, Aylin. You're the GOAT.
Shout out to you, Aylin, helping wifey out.
Yeah, she's a listener of the podcast.
I appreciate that. So hopefully she hears this.
Yeah.
Her and her boyfriend. What's his name or?
I don't know his name.
All right. Well, shout out to you guys. We always like to see couples, together and doing things together. I've never seen this person before, but if you're helping Yachty out, you're helping me out. So I appreciate you.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what it's that's been going on with my.
I think it's the maskne.
Yeah.
I have a beard, so you can't really see. But, I did have a couple, like, pimples under the beard at some point. Mm-hmm. It's been better now, but I think, like, towards the beginning of the pandemic, I had some pimples popping up there.
Yeah, I have, like, scars all throughout my chin of, like, previous pimples and blemishes and stuff. So, I mean, it's a lot of different things. But, yeah, I mean, I just wanted to, like, come on here and, like, just show up. How I look.
Listen,
I've been trying to live life.
You just got to be yourself. I mean,
unfiltered. I'm here, and a lot of the times people tend to see this like polished, version of yourself and think that it's all good.
Right.
So I never want to idolize like, this glamorous, beautiful life, like everything about aesthetics. Because I am really good at aesthetics.
Yeah.
But I'm also human, so
right.
I'm here.
Yeah. I don't want to brag, but I. Been getting a few compliments on my skin over the last couple weeks. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I was in a group chat with some friends from high school, and somebody said, "Oh, skincare your skin's looking pretty good."
Okay.
I was like, "Hey, thanks, bro.
Wait,
thanks, bro." He's like, "I can tell you,
groundbreaking."
So I can tell you take care of your skin. I was like, "Thanks, man. That's cool of you, man." Because he was actually in the nail salon getting a pedicure, manicure while we were in a group
I love
chat.
that. I love to hear stuff like that.
Yeah, so it's good to hear from other men. It's not weird anymore. I think when we were in high school, it'd be like, "Yo, what are you?"
It's like, why is hygiene weird?
Right.
And gay?
Right,
why?
right.
Like, why is that a weird thing?
It was just, how we grew up. And,
I know.
It's different times now.
Yeah. I'm happy to see it more.
No, yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And I compliment my bros, too, if I see something I like. I'm like, hey, man, that's cool. I love that shirt. Or, doesn't have to be weird. Just compliment your brothers,
I love that. Normalize it. Even though I hate that word.
Right. I do hate that word.
Yeah,
but yeah, I've been taking care of my skin a little bit more over the last 6 to 8 months. And I actually did a whole video on some body washes that I tried out.
Right.
So I actually asked people on Instagram. So those of you who follow me on Instagram know I asked some people for their recommendations for the best body wash because mine just ran out. So I got some good recommendations and got a full video on it. It's probably I didn't edit it yet, but probably like 8 to 10 minutes, real quick. But there was some good options in there, and I'm glad I got to try them out. So I will be adding at least one of them to my skincare routine.
That's awesome. I love that. It's just like, and I feel like, the influencer, like kind of like industry is obviously like led by women. And I feel like that's a big part of why it's not taken seriously.
Right.
Because it's like all women, like we're just basically doing everything. And like, it's hard work.
Right. I mean, for me personally, I like to keep it simple.
Yeah.
And what works for my skin might not work for everybody else's skin. So,
right. Exactly.
I always say, I'm going to say that in every video I do about, self-care and anything like that. But, for me personally, and I know men in general don't want to spend a lot of time on this stuff. So,
right. Even in the video, they're going to be like, all right, get to it.
Yeah. So, I like to keep it short and to the point. I think, it's, an efficient way to do it. And it works for me. So I'm not going to go and do any craziness until, something doesn't work. Then I'm like, all right, let me add something to my regimen.
Yeah.
But,
I just like
keep
to
it simple.
see that. Like, I like to see, it was just like fun to see you do that. And like, because the same thing, like it's a normal thing. Like you're just, reaching out to your friends for recommendations for like a soap, and you got a couple, and you're like, all right, let me try all of them out, and actually share my results and help somebody else.
That wasn't my original intention. Right. I was just, I was literally out of soap, so I was like, hey, it's a good time to try some new options. I liked the one I had. It was a new one I tried, but I didn't love it, but it was cool. So I asked a few, I just asked my friends what they thought, and got some good recommendations.
That's cool. So you gonna be an influencer?
I don't know about all that, but manfluencer. Yeah, I don't know about all that, but a couple people, once I posted it, reached out and said, "Oh, you got to let me know which one you like the most because I'm looking for a new." I'm like, you know what? I'll make a video out of it, And if only a couple people watch it, cool, that's fine.
Yeah.
But we've got all this equipment here and all this stuff to make videos and stuff. I was like, why not just make a quick video? It's gonna take me an hour of my day, so that's fine. So
yeah,
we'll do that.
Beautiful. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, so I want to do more stuff like that. I think it's good for the brand and good for people to get to know me because I feel like I don't post.
No, you don't post at all.
I don't post.
If it's not somebody who knows you,
right? Yeah,
they don't know anything about you.
Exactly,
which is like not a horrible thing.
It's not horrible.
You're a private person,
but I am a private person. But I want them to like me and get to know me on the podcast.
Yeah,
so
of course.
I think this will be a entry for some people to check out the podcast as well. So we're trying to incorporate more stuff into people checking out the podcast. So I think doing these pods, just me and you, maybe we get Papa G back in at some point.
Yeah.
Just have some conversations.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about this, but we did a live pod last week.
Yeah.
Which was pretty awesome. We actually had a blast. I hope if you're listening, you got to check it out. But if you didn't, you can still check it out, of course. But we're gonna try to do one at least once a month. But yeah, can you talk to people about kind of your thoughts on doing live pods?
Yeah,
because you were kind of iffy about doing it before we did it.
I was terrified. Okay, it's not like I don't know. And people who have anxiety might like relate to what I'm about to say, but it's like it's these like irrational fears. Like I don't know what I'm scared of. I don't know why. I feel my heart starts beating fast when I think about certain things, but it just happens.
Right. You can't control it.
So whenever I thought about doing a live show, I would literally like start freaking out because it's just too much. Like I started thinking about like, what if something goes wrong, or what if nobody shows up, or what if there's awkward silence, or just like every little thing just like amplifies in your mind. So I was like, all right, so one way to stay safe and not have any of that happen is not doing it. So I'm not gonna do it.
Right.
So that's how I like equate anything that kind of challenges me or makes me feel unsafe or like something's gonna happen. I just don't do it.
Right.
Which is like, all right, that's cool sometimes, but when there's no risk, there's no growth.
Right.
So it's like you're stagnant the whole time. So I actually committed to like doing a live show earlier this year. I was like, I'm gonna do a live show. Like I don't know when, where, I don't know the details, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna challenge myself or whatever. And then you texted me like 2 days before, like, hey, you want to do a live show? And I was like, no. But I texted you like, okay, like when? And you said Friday. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I spent like 10 minutes like freaking out over it. And then I got over it, and then I did it, and it was amazing.
Right.
And now I'm like, I'm going to do it all the time.
Yeah, we didn't even let people know till Thursday afternoon or so.
Yeah.
That we were doing a live pod.
And it was
and
awesome.
We had about 10 people show up and show us love. So, I mean, people are there to see us. So it's like, it's not like it's going to be any type of animosity or hate towards us. But,
I know. It's just
it was all love.
It's a lot when you think about it. And I get caught up in the details. Like, same thing, like, it's only 2 days away. We didn't promote it. We didn't do this. Like, we didn't go through
I know. That's why I purposely did it that way. So you didn't have to think about any of that.
We didn't go through these like
we didn't
steps,
make it a thing. We just
these
went
rules
for it.
that I have in my head for myself. We didn't go through those. So it's like, all right, this is a disaster because we're not going by the rules. And then it was fine. Like, I know for a lot of people, like, having 10 people show up is not a lot of, like, that's like, all right. But for me, like, that's awesome.
No, that's a
amazing. If
huge
you think
thing.
about, like, us being in a room and 10 people showing up just to hear what we got to say, that's a lot of fucking people.
Right. And, looking at the stats, most of the people stayed for at least 30 to 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And the pod was about an hour and 10, hour 20. So
it's like, I mean, that I say that just to say to, like, everyone else, who like focuses like on the numbers so much, like just try to let it go. Cause like when you think about people and their like immense amount of followers and all this stuff, like that kind of doesn't matter.
Right. We've seen people with tons of followers and nobody show up. So
yeah,
just keeping that in mind, I told Yadi, I was like, listen, if she's like, oh, what if only 1-2 people show up or nobody shows up? That's embarrassing. And I was like, then we'll just do the pod how we always do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Like right now.
Like we're doing right now. I was like, it's literally the same thing. We just, we don't see the comments right now, but we are live.
And like, we're not doing it for that. You know? Like, we're not doing it for like, for the crowd. Like, it's hard to explain, but it's like, if you do everything with it, like, keep it in mind, like, what people are going to say or how they're going to receive it or who's going to show up and who's going to share it, who's going to, whatever, instead of thinking about how it may resonate with people. Right. Like, you're probably not going to.
Right. And you got to remember, people are home. There's a lot of the country still on some level of lockdown. There's not much to do. So, yeah, just come hang out with us when we go live.
I had a great time. I actually had like a too good of a time.
Oh yeah, Yadi turned up after the.
I was like lit.
Yeah.
I was,
We had some Douce and champagne.
Yeah, like a whole gallon of champagne.
She's like, "Oh, this is good." And she just kept going.
This tastes so good. I drank the whole thing. I got drunk and I broke a nail.
You did break a nail.
And I got sick.
You did. You did get sick.
And yeah. But I had fun. I had fun. I'm a party girl.
She's a rock star. You got 10 people watching. She's a rock star now.
So yeah, shout out to Corey for pulling up with the bubbly.
Yeah. Appreciate Corey, of course, bringing a little bit of champagne
to celebrate,
getting it lit.
But I got lit.
Yeah, a little too lit. I was a little drunk too.
I was waiting for you, and
I went to get food for us, and you were asleep by the time I came back. So.
Yeah.
It
was still fun.
You had fun. We had a live pod for the first time, so we had to celebrate that.
Of course.
We don't have too many things to celebrate these days, so
I know.
It's good to have something that we can, say we had a good time doing, and we got to talk to people directly, which is cool. The people watching, and I said this in another thing, but we're like a third guest or a third host on the show. They were asking great questions. They were involved, they laughed at some things. Yeah. So
it was awesome.
And we created some great post content after that for Instagram and Facebook that people really enjoyed commenting on. So yeah, I think, if we can have like one topic a month that we want to like drill in on a little bit. I know these pods we do that aren't live are more conversational and not like specific topic. We don't really we didn't come in with a topic today. We're just coming on and we put the mics on and we're talking.
Yeah.
But I think for the live pod, let's have something that we fall back on at the end and have like a 10-15 minute conversation about, and I think that'll be pretty cool for the people.
Yeah,
and
that was
cool
really cool. I really like it, and I feel like some people who were in the comments I would normally like not talk to.
Right.
Like, maybe an interaction here and there, but like it was just fun, like talking to people, answering questions then and there. It was just awesome. I had a great time.
Yeah, we have to do it again.
And
we'll see.
Maybe I'll start going live on Instagram. Who knows?
I'm not a fan. Personally, I'm not a fan of Instagram. I
have never been live on Instagram ever.
I'm personally not a fan of going live on Instagram. I mean, you can do it. I just feel like the quality, we don't have any control over the quality. It's kind of like, this, I have complete control over everything. I can see everything and know what's going on. And if anything happens, I can clear it up, whatever. But on IG Live, it's like,
that's like part of the fun, like the thrill of it.
You can do it. I won't be there, but
because I'm just like,
you can go live.
I'm not like the control person. I'm just like,
I mean, if you want
to
go live and talk to the people, I mean, of course, do that.
No, I'm not talking about like a live show or anything. I'm just saying like go live. Period. Like I've never been live because I'm too afraid. So I could just go live and like talk to my friends. Basically.
Yeah. You know. I mean. Yeah, I would only do it on the podcast for podcast purposes only.
I had so much fun that I'm like, all right, let's do this all the time.
Just me personally, because, when I'm not doing the pod, I really don't like to talk.
And you could be kind of awkward.
Yeah.
I feel like I can just, like, talk about anything and, like, talk forever. I feel like if you go live, you're just going to be, like, sitting there like, all right, cool.
Yeah, but, I do go live when I play video games, and I'm
because you're doing something.
I'm doing something, so I'm not just like looking at the people talking. If you, I don't know, if we're not doing a podcast and you go live and nobody shows up, that's gonna be weird. Yeah, I see people going live and they're just like looking at the camera dancing or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, oops. You know, you just pop in the room like, oop, oop. And oop. So.
Yeah.
I just, I don't know. That part is embarrassing to me.
Yeah.
You know, going live for an event is cool for me, but I couldn't do it just cause. Yeah, just like, oh, let me go live for a second. You know, I just don't.
I don't know.
I'm just not, it's probably better for you because you're talkative. But I'm only talkative for this hour of the day when these mics are in front of me.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. So we have been spending some time thinking about this office that we're in, our studio / office. So we, I spent some time yesterday actually organizing all the goddamn wires we got here. There's so many fucking wires in here.
Oh my God.
And the drawers were like filled with them. They were like hanging from everywhere we have in here. So I know it looks cool on camera right now. You just see the Wolf Unicorn sign. You don't really know what's going on in here, but it was literally a mess in here, filled with wires and electronics and
so many wires. Where'd you put them, by the way?
I bagged them up in these little I don't even know, they're like mesh bags.
What about the ones that you got rid of?
What do you mean?
You didn't get rid of any wires?
I got rid of a couple.
Where'd you put them?
The recycle bin.
Okay.
Should have put them somewhere else.
I have no idea.
I don't know how to dispose of wires.
I don't even know how to like dispose of like any electronics or any wires. That's why we have so many, because it's like, where do you even put these?
And every time you get a new device or contraption, it comes with the same exact wire as all the other ones.
These wires, I thought we were wireless.
We are not wireless.
I thought it was 2021. Like we're like wireless, Bluetooth, everything.
You can go wireless, but the quality is never as good when you're wireless. So,
oh my God,
you get the best quality with. That's why we have to have all these wires,
and they drive me crazy.
So, but yeah, we're gonna get an additional desk just for like podcasting, just to clear off the computer desk. Just because it's been a little bit crazy. So just trying to be intentional about our space. And Yada usually doesn't get involved in the office design and all this stuff. I kind of just do it all. I painted
the wall.
You did paint the wall.
Okay.
But I spoke to her yesterday. I was like, listen, I need you to, I can make this whole thing functional, and it is functional. Everything works.
Yeah.
But I need you to make it pretty. So let's work it together. We'll work together, designing it. And
I mean, I've been in here lately.
Yeah.
Because the sun is like bright in here. So in the morning time, I just come in here and like I've been working here, and then I've been stretching here because it's just like nice and warm and toasty. Get a good,
the sun rises like on this side. So.
Yeah. So I definitely like, I'm all for kind of making the space a little bit more.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you coming in and enjoying this space. I mean,
I feel like I never came in here before. Like I just come in for the podcast.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm in here working most of the day, and then she's got a desk in our bedroom.
Yeah.
And she just stays there most of the day, and we meet in the living room sometimes. And have lunch. But yeah, it adds a different vibe when
it's like I feel like I've been so productive by just being in the presence of another person.
Right.
Like just with you in the room, we're working on completely different things. We're probably not speaking, but like just being in the room with another person who's like working.
Just vibing out, listening to music while we work, and then if one of us have a meeting, we'll just step out for a second. Let the other do the meeting, and
it's perfect.
It's been good so far.
It's like a new level we just unlocked.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you never came here in the first place.
I don't know.
We have this beautiful office / studio.
I have a nice space though.
No, it is but we made it nice for you.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to come in here.
I'm just like I'm so blessed. I have multiple workspaces in the house. But I love working in here, so I'm all for like decorating and stuff.
No, we're gonna hook it up, and then maybe we're not gonna do the whole apartment tour that we talked about a little bit earlier in the year, but we'll do an office tour for sure once we got it all hooked up.
Yeah.
But I want to make it more organized because we do have to like break down the mics every time after we record. I want to just make it so this is just for podcasting, and we'll have the lighting on it and all that stuff. So maybe we'll do like a video just showing you how we set everything up.
Yeah. And if people have any tips or anything that they do, stuff that they use, functional but like sleek, modern type of things in their office, let us know. We just want to make it like nice and cool and functional. I just want to come in and like be like, all right, we're gonna record and like literally sit down and press a button and like start recording. Like no setup, no breakdown, none of that.
Yeah,
just do it.
We'll see how the stocks do these next couple weeks. So if they go well, I'll hook up the office sooner rather than later. So let's see how the trading goes.
Money game
throughout the week. We had a rough. I think last week was good, but I guess the week or two before that it was rough. Did lose some money, but we coming back. We're not giving up. We coming back strong. Right. Market should be good. The stimulus checks are out. The stimmies are loose.
Oh boy.
The stirries are loose. So I was reading an article. I think they said they took like a poll and like they said 40% of the money that people get from the stimulus check is going to go into the stock market. So I was like, might be a good sign for this week coming. Let's see.
I'm just like, I want to know the details. Like what? Because there's a lot of people who have been out of jobs.
Right.
But that's none of my business.
None of your business.
Okay.
If you want to put it in the market and it helps the market
literally
grow,
do whatever you want with that money.
Go for it.
They're not giving us enough. I'll just say that. They should give us more.
I feel like they didn't focus it enough on the people who need it. And it's I know like, everybody kind of needs a little bit, but I feel like if you're making, I think it said 150,000 a couple, you probably don't need that much stimulus.
It's very messy.
But I thought they should just give it to people who are jobless right now, and
they should have been giving people money a long time ago.
Right. Or if you're making essential workers, of course.
Yeah.
Some I don't know. Maybe I don't know. How they should do it, but I just thought it could have been more focused rather than if you make less than this much last year, you can get this check.
Right.
So
I mean, that's politics.
It is. I mean, it's the quickest way, I guess, to get there, but thought it would be better.
Yeah.
$2 trillion is a lot of money, so.
So if you get stimulus and you don't really need the money, you just pay it forward. Not all of it, but like a little.
Yeah, put it in the market.
Not in the market. Not in the market.
Help yourself.
To people who need the money.
Right.
Because a lot of people are hurting right now.
There's plenty of places in need. There's a lot of kitchens and stuff. People who need food, things like that.
Right, exactly.
So, if you can, go for it. Help people out.
Of course.
So yeah, I'll follow up with everybody when we get this office together. I'm thinking sometime in the next month or so we'll have the office somewhat upgraded.
Yeah.
And we can go from there.
Yeah, I'm excited. Let's see what we come up with.
Yeah. What are you looking for?
Nothing.
Oh, Yadi's touching the iPad.
I just have the stimulus check button.
Oh, what is that? Oh. I forgot about that. We got so many buttons on this thing. I don't even know half the buttons on here. So, So anything else you want to talk about for this week? I'm getting my second COVID vaccine.
Yeah.
Tuesday. So I'll give an update next week once I get that and let you know what happened to me.
Yeah.
If anything happens.
What happened to me? Please.
I'll keep the people updated. Full transparency on the pod.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty much the only. You're about to go to Rhode Island. You're thinking to go for.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go. Well, it's not like 100%. Yeah. I mean, things can change all the time.
Yeah, of course.
But I've made up my mind, and I'm gonna go to Rhode Island to see my family.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay for a couple weeks.
Are we gonna pod virtually? Because we've never.
I was thinking about that.
We've never been apart.
I think we were apart for a long time.
I mean, since the pandemic, since the podcast this year, we've been fully consistent.
I think we should.
Or should I just call Greg to come over and spend the week here?
Oh my God!
And we'll just record 2 pods.
My house?
Record 2 pods while you're gone.
I think you should just call me and we can pod virtual.
You're bringing your laptop,
of course.
So I'll give you the USB mic.
Okay.
And the stand, and I'll give you the thing for you. So and you just need your headphones, and I'll
So, yeah, I'm going to Rhode Island to see my fam. I feel like I'm going through the same thing that I went through last summer, where, like, it's been too long. I haven't seen anyone. I'm getting, like, severe FOMO, where I'm, like, on the verge of tears and just, like, anxiety and all this crazy stuff. And I miss my family. I miss my nephew. And he won't talk to me on the phone because he hates phones. So, like, my grandma's birthday's coming up, and... I feel like I've been through a lot with family-wise, so I'm just like, I need some family time. So I'm obviously going to stay safe and try to do everything that I can do. And I'm going to get tested before and after. And, like, obviously wear a mask and everything. But I'm going to go see my family. So I'm still very anxious about it.
Yeah.
And since I decided, like, all right, I'm going to do it, I have, you know, maybe like 3 times been like, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm going to stay. And then I'm like, I'm going to go. And then I'm like, I'm not going to go. So it's a lot. And I feel like same thing that I said earlier, like I have these irrational fears of like literally just like leaving the house.
Yeah.
Like I've been fearful of going outside, period, like going outside for like a walk or a drive or anything. Like I'm just like deathly afraid of going outside for whatever reason.
Right.
So I was like, I've been challenging myself little by little, like going on walks. I've been thinking about starting, you know, to drive again. Like I have to slowly approach that, but at least there's a thought there. I decided to go home and see my family. So like little things here and there just to like prove to myself that I'm in no immediate like danger. Like I know there's dangerous things that could happen and bad things can happen all the time, but I don't know. It's just a weird
and
feeling.
I will say, if anything's worth a risk, it's family. And just being around family. And hopefully, you know, your family's doing everything they need to do to protect you when you get there. And I mean, we've obviously been keeping to ourselves and only seeing a couple people here and there.
Yeah.
And I'm getting vaccinated, and you'll probably get the vaccine at some point.
So a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions there, but I just need to like see them and spend time with them. So I'm going to do that. And I just keep telling myself like, you can always come back home.
Can you?
What? You're gonna lock me out?
Change the lock.
Lock me out? But yeah, I mean, there's always a solution to whatever comes up. So I just have to keep telling myself that and telling myself, like, these fears that I'm getting, like, are there any facts behind it? Like, all right, there's a pandemic, there's this and that. But aside from that, like, what are the actual facts supporting these fears? What's in your head? Like going outside, for example, like going for a walk. Like, what could happen for me to like walk 3 blocks and enjoy the sunshine? Like, you know, it's just it's been crazy. So I like to talk about it because a lot of people go through the same thing, but we feel crazy because we feel like nobody's gonna understand what we're trying to say. And it sounds crazy and outlandish, but a lot of people go through the same thing. So if you're going through something similar, like, just know that you're not alone. You know, it helps to talk about it. Like, I talk about it with you. I talk about it with, like, my friend group, like Goddess Council. I talk about it with, like, my therapist, just to, like, hear what other people have to say. And, like, a really, really big helpful thing is to be like, all right, what are these, like, facts? You know, like... Are there facts to back up this fear, or is it just imaginary stuff and you're blown out of proportion? So So yeah, I'm gonna go to Providence and hopefully I don't have a panic attack. Yeah,
I think you'll be fine. I mean, you're staying with your family. They got a baby, so obviously they're gonna be doing things they need to do to protect the baby. Yeah. So yeah, I think you'll be fine. Nothing to worry about.
You gonna miss me?
Yeah, of course. We've got the free. We've got the free crib. 2 weeks, baby. 2 weeks free crib. Y'all pull up. Yo, it's lit, boys. Let's get it.
He keeps saying like, oh yeah, you know, keep bringing up Providence or whatever, and I'm like, I feel like you're excited for me to leave.
No.
You're excited.
No. Of course I'm gonna miss you.
And you're not gonna tear up the place, right?
Obviously, we've done this before. The place is fine. Every time you've gone to Providence, the place has been fine. So yeah, I'm jealous of the food you're going to be getting. Julian's my favorite place out there. Make sure you get some hash for me on the way back home.
Yeah, I'm excited.
But yeah, I think you'll have a great time.
Even if I don't do anything like fun or whatever, just to change the scenery and like to see my mom and my sister. That's just
yeah. I think you'll have a blast. Think you'll have
not a blast.
Yeah. And I'll be here chilling. You know, me and the boys playing some Call of Duty, of course.
I'll hire security for you.
Good luck. Good
what is it?
luck.
A private detective or something.
Go ahead. I'll just be in here chilling. The windows are open. Holla. All right. Anything else you want to talk about before we jump into some shit I don't like?
I think that's it.
All right. Yeah, we just want to do a quick pod, so let's wrap this one up. Would you like to participate today?
Oh, yes.
I'll hand the mic over to you.
I have a very specific shit I don't like this week.
Go for it.
And it's avocados.
Oh.
Even though I love.
I thought you.
I love.
Made a very nice avocado salad the other day.
I love avocados like so much. I actually like introduced you to avocados.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan until I had guac, and then that was kind of, you know.
Listen, I grew up in DR, like fresh avocados left and right. You have avocado like if it's in season, like you have it every day. It's like a delicacy, like just so good. It's so versatile. You can make so many different things with it. But I just can't find the sweet spot of like getting like a ripe avocado. Like it's just so
I don't even
hard.
know. I don't know how to pick them at all. So
it's so difficult, and sometimes you get them and they're not ready, and it's like, all right, it's good because like they're gonna be ready eventually, right? But then they're ready, and you have like 30 seconds to like figure out that they're ready and eat them before they go bad, and it's like I just don't understand how restaurants do this. Yeah, like they have avocado, they have. Well,
they get
items.
Delivered to them, right?
Yeah, but they have items on their menu, which is like avocado roll. And it's like, so you have avocado all the time? And it's ready all the time. Like, what? I've never been to a restaurant and ordered something with avocado and the avocado wasn't ripe. So it's like, so how?
They must got like a special order or something. They got they give them the special avocados.
I don't know what's going on. Some sort of like brujeria.
The ones in the store are different. I don't know.
And there's just like, I have like 4 avocados right now that are like basically like rotten. Like I have to throw them out. Because I got a bag because that's another thing. It's expensive. So if I get like 1 or 2, it's like, all right, you might as well get the big bag at Costco.
You just got to make a big guac as soon as you get the avocados.
And then I make, like you said, I made a salad the other day. I used 2 avocados, and then I made avocado toast the next morning. So I use another avocado, and then I have like 3 left, and then they go bad.
I'm not an expert on these things, but if you do the avocado, you make it into something, whatever you make it, salad or guac. Does it stay good the next day?
It does not.
Oh, so it goes bad whether you make it or not.
Whether you make it or not. Like you put it in the avocado, you put it in the if you leave it out in the fruit tray, if you put it in the fridge, if you make an avocado a guacamole and put it in a container and seal it and put it in the fridge, no matter what, it's gonna go bad.
Interesting.
What the hell? Like I just can't figure this shit out, and it drives me crazy because I want avocado all the time. We go to the grocery store once a week, so I get like 2 or 3 or the bag, and it's like you gotta wash them constantly and just pray. It's too much. It's stressful.
It's a Hail Mary.
Stressful. So that's my shit I don't like is avocado.
Thank you, Yadi, for that shit I don't like. If you've got any tips for her on how to keep your avocados fresh or picking the right avocados, please let her know. This has been a stressful time for her. And we just want to make sure we get the right avocados.
I just want some guac.
We just want some guac. I guess I'll participate today as usual. This is my favorite part of the show. Let's how do I put this? Okay.
Quick. How do I put
my mind works quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got a quick one. I watch, a lot of highlights online. I get notifications from like Bleacher Report, ESPN, sites like that, that got like sports highlights, whether it's, basketball, football, whatever it is, I click them, I get saying like, oh, look what LeBron James did. Look what Steph Curry did. Look what, whoever, Anthony Edwards did, whoever. But when I click it, something strange happens, babe.
What is that?
An ad. A 30-second ad for a 1-minute clip. What the fuck is that? 30 seconds? I gotta watch a 30-second ad just to watch a 1-minute clip? There's something wrong with that ratio. I mean,
yeah,
there shouldn't be that. I mean, I understand, I'm watching a movie or something.
Yeah.
And there's like a little ad. I'm not paying for the service. I get it.
Yeah.
But a 1-minute clip should not have a 30-second ad. And it's been driving me nuts.
You can't skip it.
You can't skip it. So I'm a little discouraged to use these apps anymore. I might as well just wait for them to pop up on Instagram or Facebook or something.
Yeah.
But I'm not clicking these ads anymore. I mean the videos anymore. I'm done. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not gonna watch the highlights from ESPN or Bleacher Report anymore. I'm fucking done with you guys. It's that simple.
Wow. Wow. That's
huge. Yeah, just a 30-second ad. I was watching it. It was today. I had something else I didn't like on my list, but this took precedent over that because it was so disrespectful, and it happens often. I just watch it just because I want to see the highlight. But I'm done. I'm deleting the apps. Bye.
Wow.
But as you all know, you like to end things on a positive note. Mm-hmm. I didn't have anything positive to say, so I'm hoping Yadi did.
Yeah.
Yadi, would you like to send us off?
Of course. I'm gonna keep it simple and it's be quiet.
Is this positive?
Honestly, this is a positive note. Okay. You know, it's not always rainbows and flowers and sunshine. Sometimes to get to the positive and to get to the goodness of, you know, what the universe has to offer, we have to deal with a lot of, you know, uncertainty and uncomfortable stuff and sometimes nastiness. And it's like, for this week's positive note, I just want to encourage everybody to just be quiet. Like, a lot of the times we tend to just have word vomit and speak because there's silence. We want to fill up the space. We want to fill up that, like, whatever it is. And it's like, there's no need for that. I have been practicing this, and it's just like, just be quiet. Yeah. Like, there's no need to just talk because sometimes you just say things that you didn't mean to say, or, you know, you reveal something that you didn't want. It's just like, just be quiet.
Right.
Just practice silence. When people are talking to you and telling you something and telling you a story, silence. You don't need to add to it. You don't need to tell them about the time it happened to you.
Right.
Just complete silence. There's so much to learn. There's so much to uncover from just silence.
Yeah, just listen.
So just listen. Just be quiet.
Thank you, Yadi, for that positive note. It's been another Monster Pod, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. What is this, episode 70?
Wow.
70 big numbers.
What? I can't believe we almost went through the whole thing without acknowledging this.
Yes.
This is huge.
70 episodes.
Wow.
We are pushing along. The numbers have never been better. I think when we do the live videos, we expect a little downturn in the number of podcast listeners because people are watching on YouTube live. So why would they listen again on the podcast?
Which is like, by the way, fix that.
Yeah.
If we have somebody show up, like, that should count.
I mean, it counts. I'm just saying our podcast downloads, not we get credit for the video watch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I get what you're saying, but they're not gonna download it because they already went.
Yeah, they wouldn't. Okay. Yeah. So I think it evens out. But I can't wait to do more live stuff and grow that component of this podcast.
Yeah.
If you haven't already, check out our website. We've got a nice little donate button on there. If you want to support the pod, you can. $5 a month. It's cheaper than a cup of coffee. We're using Buy Me a Coffee for that. So if you want to check us out, wolfandunicorn.co/donate right on the website. So just hit that donate button on our website.
Thank you, guys.
We greatly appreciate it. You get a free sticker and a couple other features. Check it out. I won't go through all the details right now, but and we're going to add another tier once to Buy Me a Coffee allows tiers, which they don't yet. We only have one level right now. But yeah, $5 a month is nothing, guys. Support the pod. If you're loving the content, support the pod. We appreciate it so much.
Yes, and follow us on Instagram at Wolf and Unicorn.
Yes. I won't plug anything else. You guys see it.
You know the drill.
It's all in the descriptions. You guys know where the links are, unless you're new here. And then if not, click the link, check us out, and hit the donate button on the website. Why not? You can leave a one-time donation too. You don't have to do the monthly subscription, but if you do, both are really appreciated. And either way, you'll get a shout out on the pod. You won't get all the cool shit you get with the $5 a month, but you get a little shout out on the pod. Come on.
Yeah.
So yeah, our music, how do you call it? A producer,
musical artist.
Yeah, our producer who made the intro song for our podcast here, put out a little cozy tape. It's called Belvedere. It's all lo-fi beats, and I've been on like a lo-fi binge over the last couple of weeks, so it came in perfect timing. And I was like, "Yo, bro, you gotta let me play one of these joints in the pod for the people." So yeah, his new tape is called Belvedere. We'll link it on our website if you want to check it out. So we'll play one of the tracks from that. Should I drop a bomb? It's a smooth lo-fi beat. Yeah. Should I drop a bomb? Fuck it.